So we've got some apple boxes here to emulate what we can do on a staircase. So stairs, again, like any other location I've been talking about, will give you an idea of something that is a foundation to start from. So why don't we get Dylan, if you can come over here, mate. So let's say we had a staircase and we wanted a cool shot of the groom. Well, this reminds us of the chair height. So I'm going to get you to take a seat just here and then just sort of rest down. Yep. Let's have a look. Good. All right, fantastic. So he's looking good, right? So we've taken a couple of shots of him as we did before. I'm not going to get into that again. But if we were on a staircase, in fact, like this, why would we waste that kind of a photograph? Well, we wouldn't. We'll get the bride in and have some fun with her too. So let's get Lisa in. If I want to get you sitting a little bit more back, yep, a bit more. So take a seat just right there between his legs. And before we get in there properly, there we go. Oh, you're totally fine. It's all good. So now I want you to extend your legs. Now, Lisa, would you mind if we show a bit of leg just to show our group here what we're doing? Okay. So guys, important to know that if you did have exposed legs in a shot like this, then let's put both legs straight for a moment. So just both straight that way. You would never put legs straight like that at all. That's just not the way you would do it. Now, you would not bend the right knee up. Let's look at that. You would not bend the right knee up. That's not going to work. We would bend the left knee up, and we would never leave that right leg straight. It's slightly bent as well. So bent, stop, perfect. Now, turn your knees that way and your feet that way. So, in fact, just sort of, rather than tilt them, just turn them more this way. Yep. Perfect. And just roll your hips a little bit. Beautiful, good. All right, no problem. Okay, now we can put that down again just to show what we're doing. Now, this gives you a perfect platform to where to put your arms, and so does this. So put your elbow right on his arm there as well. I think we're either standing on it or something's going on there. They're sitting on it. That's okay, no problem. There we go. All right, extend your legs there for me. Good. We're going to leave that one bent up a little bit higher. Great. Bit more there. Gorgeous. Perfect. Okay. Now, Dylan, you're going to sink into her a little bit more. Like, that's it. Let me just come back a little bit. Always come back. Remember, don't have a camera in your hand at this stage. So, she's, point your toes down. Beautiful. Bend that left leg a little bit higher. That's perfect. Bend that right leg down a bit lower and point. Beautiful. Love that. Now, her right hand is looking a little bit awkward. See how it's sort of interlocking a little bit funny with your fingers? Just drape your fingers on him with your right hand. And bring your hand down a little bit. Both your hands down because we're foreshortening the hands. And then bring your elbow up. A bit more. Gorgeous. Beautiful. And we're looking beautiful. So I would take a shot like that in a staircase. That looks really, really good. If we had a girl with plus size arms, we would simply swallow up the arm. So bring your elbow right in. In fact, bring it sort of right into his arm so I don't even see it. So right, that's it, just there, perfect. Bring your right arm right down where I can't see it at all, even underneath his leg where I can't see it. And bring your right hand, mate, just sort of sink it in over her arm. In fact, hide your arm completely there, mate, your hand. Beautiful. And there's a beautiful shot. So I love the fact that her legs are looking great. We're pointing the toe down. That's a nice little foundation shot. With this shot, this will be amazing from so many different angles. You would take a shot from this angle. I would go nice and close and dissect the faces. We'll have some fun. We'll crop into them. That's the cool thing about photography is that just don't think one-dimensionally. You've got an idea in mind. You've taken that shot. Life is good, fantastic. But what's going to go with that shot? What's going to go with that particular photograph on the spread of that potential wedding album or wall art collection? So take that shot, go in there and have some fun. Now, we've taken some shots already with the groom in this location. Then we've taken this couple shots. As I've said to you throughout this tutorial, now I'm going to actually photograph the bride in this particular area. So let's do that. So let's, Dylan, if you stay there, so that's it, perfect. So again, this is emulating a staircase. Nothing different than a staircase. So I would do this. I'm going to get you, just butt shuffle a bit to the right. A bit more. Good, and now I want you to put your elbow just here. All right, let's have a look. Now extend your legs again there for me. A bit more. Good. And now bring that hand just on top of the chest there for me a little bit there too. Good. And bring that elbow out a slight touch. Love that. And just stretch out a little bit. Emphasize every body part there. Movement. Gorgeous. Beautiful. And then you can sink your face that way, or you can easily turn it the other way and turn your face, and then eyes back at the camera again there as well. Beautiful. You could even hold your veil and stretch it out. You can have all this fun. Now, I love the fact that we've done that. Now, if we wanted, we could simply roll her body around a little bit and do something very different. So she knows already because we've done it before. She's rolling her hips around, and now your right knee, bring it over your left. Ah, there we go. Now, do you see how her feet look amazing there now? It's got a totally different feel. Now bring that elbow out. You see how she's actually doing that with her shoulder. We've got to relax that down a little bit. And I love the fact that we can bring the hand back into your other hand as well. And just softly do that for me. Love that. Isn't that gorgeous? See, this is where you could easily get the groom. In fact, we might even do this, but you've taken that shot. We can do many variations. But now, all we need to do, if you can do me a favor, Lisa, can you sort of shuffle in a bit towards me if you can? Great. Okay. Now, Dylan, if you can, I want you to sort of mirror what she's doing, but in a manly way. All right? So I want you to sort of sit basically here and rest here and sit nice and tall. And then you can bring that knee up, so that knee can go up. Yep, perfect. And that knee can just go here. Bring your arm right around hers. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. Beautiful. But you see how a simple staircase can make the difference for a photograph. Now, your right hand, why I brought his right foot up, as you can see there, if you can see from that other camera angle, is because it just gives him some support with his body weight and distributes his weight evenly. Now, I'm going to get your right hand back into her body, mate. In fact, just sort of hold her arm. In fact, hold her arm. Yeah, beautiful. If you can now, Lisa, bring your hand right up to his face, if that works. That's it. Beautiful. And then bend the hands like this. Just relax. That's it. So if she can't quite reach, that's a really good way of doing it. But do that now. Bring that hand right out for me. So Dylan, give me the hand right out. There we go. And just softly like this. Just here. Gorgeous. Beautiful. But again, that was a simple staircase. The staircase gave me the idea for the photograph. Let's have a look. And that looks good from this angle. What we've done is we've lost the legs a little bit here. So bring your right knee up a bit, Lisa. And if you can, bring it right down to the ground, like far down. There you go. Beautiful. Nice and relaxed. And if we look at it from this camera angle, yep, that's a beautiful pose there, right there too. This could be vertical. This could be close up. I mean, there are so many variations there. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to emulate maybe some ideas of walking upstairs. You know, who goes up and who goes down and where are we at? We're going to do that right now.